As we are so close to into school, which just blows my mind. Keep working hard. You're getting there. Please continue to ask me if you have any troubles. Okay. Today you will have 3 of your body paragraphs are already done. Okay, and we're going to start talking about the first paragraph. It's called the introductory paragraph. And one of the things that we always have to have in an introductory paragraph is the attention getter. So you guys remember that I was doing the charity about firefighters, okay? And so I'm going to be showing you some attention getters that I could use to lure people in to my charity essay, okay? One type of attention getter you could try is you could ask a question. It's probably the most common one that I've ever heard. Okay. The question might sound something like this. What would it be like to lose a home? What would it be like to lose a loved one? Firefighters work hard to protect others from these frightening situations. Thankfully, organizations such as Firefighter Support Foundation protect the firefighters in return by providing training, equipment, and assistance for survivors. Okay, this has a couple things in it. First of all, it has the questions that I wanted to ask. Okay, questions that make somebody think. Okay, has something to do with my organization, in my case, firefighting. Okay, now this one went on a little bit farther than you even need to do. Okay, this one, after the attention getter, actually wrote the thesis statement, and it says the name of my organization, the Firefighter Support Foundation, and it lists the 3 things that my organization deals with: the training, the equipment, and the assistance for survivors. Okay, if you do ask a question, all you have to do is just ask a question. Okay. All right. Next type of attention getter is a quotation. Suzanne Diane Murphy once quoted, "Firemen never die. They just burn forever in the hearts of the people whose lives they've saved." Organizations such as the Firefighter Support Foundation aid firefighters who in turn help us all. This organization provides professional training, equipment, and survivors assistance for firefighters. Let's help those who give their lives to save ours. So here's the quotation. If you decide to do a quotation, that's all that you have to do, is that part right there. Okay, this just shows you how it went on to actually write the rest of the first paragraph, where it named the organization and then it lists the 3 things that my organization does: training, equipment, and survivors assistance. Okay, for your quotation, if you decide you want to do that, you can search for quotes about fire, quotes about rescue, quotes about animals, quotes about medical, whatever your charity is dealing with is what you could look for, and you can write that down. If you find out who said it, then go ahead and include their name, and of course put quotations around it because you're taking it directly from that website. Third type of attention getter that you could try today, you could state an interesting fact. Here's the fact that I chose that went along with my charity. Over 100 firefighters die each year as they strive to save homes and families from devastation. Firefighter Support Foundation thanks firemen and women for the risks they take every day. They thank them by providing training, equipment, and survivors assistance for these life-saving workers. Okay, this would be the part that you would have to do if you tried an interesting fact today. You would search it online. Facts about fires, facts about rescues, facts about medical, facts about whatever it is your organization deals with, you could search for that. Okay, of course, since it's coming from a website, we need to say where we got it from. Okay, now mine again went on and put a thesis statement. It has the name of the organization and the 3 things that it's doing. You don't have to do that today. You certainly can. It would be one step further that eventually you're going to use, so it certainly would help you if you choose to. Okay, this one, figurative language, is one of my favorites. It was one that actually a student did a number of years ago, and I really liked it. So you could consider doing it for yours. Figurative language, remember, are things like similes. So mine is saying, like lifeboats floating sailors to safety, organizations such as the Firefighter Support Foundation aid firefighters who in turn help us all. Okay, in this one, it's just the attention getter. It has not gone on to do the thesis statement. It has not listed the 3 things that will be talked about, but they do have a figurative language in there. Okay, figurative language can, this is a simile, but it could also be an onomatopoeia. Maybe you have a sound that would work. Maybe for my firemen, maybe I had snap, crackle, maybe like the sound of a bonfire. Okay. All right. This next one, I think a lot of you will enjoy, especially if you enjoy descriptive writing. I call it paint a picture. Okay. I feel like the best way to start this one is with the word imagine. And what you want to do is you want a person to paint a mental picture of a situation. Okay. Mine says, Imagine relaxing in your bedroom listening to music. Without warning, smoke starts billowing from below your doorway. Then flames start snaking across your carpet. Rushing to the window, you realize fire has engulfed the exit. Your heart racing, you watch as the fire grabs onto your curtains and climbs quickly to the ceiling. Coughing, you search frantically for a way out. Because of organizations like Firefighter Support Foundation, your life could be saved. Okay, so a lot of descriptive, great verbs, great adjectives. You can picture it almost like you're really there. This one would be such a powerful one for if you were working with the Humane Society, which a lot of you are doing, for example, where you could describe this poor, sad, lonely dog cowering in the corner, fur is matted, maybe they have a wound that's gaping. You could describe that poor little puppy, okay? Maybe you want to do it for like the American Red Cross because a lot of you have that too. Maybe you describe this natural disaster where maybe a tornado has just ripped through a town, telephone poles are lying on the floor, on the ground, sparks are flying, roofs are torn off, people are crying. Make us picture it. Even if you've never experienced it, you've watched movies of these kinds of things. So bring all of that in. Have us feel like we're there. Okay. Personal story. A lot of times we have chosen our organizations because of a personal story. Maybe you have a grandpa or grandma that has cancer and you chose the Cancer Society. Maybe you rescued a dog from the Marshmallow Foundation. And that's why you chose that one. You could tell your story. This is what my story is. A week before Easter in 2010, my family almost became homeless. Almost. About a quarter mile from our home, a four-wheeler caused a spark which ignited a small grass fire. Feeding off of dried pine needles, the fire grew and grew and grew. Like silent red serpents, flames crawled across the ground and climbed into evergreens. Black smoke started billowing toward the heavens, blanketing the sun. At its grandeur, the fire licked just feet from our home. Had it not been for the efforts of volunteer firefighters from Perham, Vergas, and Frazee, our house would have become a mere snack for the flaming beast. Organizations such as the Firefighter Support Foundation sustain our local fire departments by providing professional training, equipment, and survivors assistance. Okay, so here's my attention getter. And then right here, I added on my thesis statement. So really, I have a full introductory paragraph right here because I have the two parts I need, attention getter and thesis statement. Okay, now, this is a true story, okay? But some parts I left out, right? They weren't important. They weren't interesting. I didn't talk about how he called my parents to have them come and get baby Katie to protect her. We didn't talk about how my husband went into our shop and grabbed all of his hunting coats and threw it in the back of the truck to keep it away from the fire. We didn't talk about how our neighbor came over and helped try to put out the fire with dirt and a shovel, right? So some of it I had to get rid of because I didn't want it to get too long and too boring. I tried to grab what was most important. Okay, so here is going to be your task today. All right, I want you to try, let's say, try at least 3 of these, and then you're going to star your favorite. Okay, once you've starred your favorite and you've tried at least 3, you can take a picture of your piece of paper for me, okay, and send it to me, or simply type up your favorite one that you did and email it to me, okay, somehow to show me what your favorite is, okay? So you could ask a question, something that goes along with your charity. You could come up with a quotation from online, an interesting fact from online. You could do a figurative language like an onomatopoeia sound or a simile, for example. Paint a picture. If you do that one, start with the word imagine and have us picture it. Or you can tell a personal story. Just don't get too long and detailed if you do the personal story. So I will send you this document where it says try these. You can print it off if you want to. However, you know what? Just writing it on a good old piece of paper and writing down 3 of them, starring your favorite, and sending it to me. Okay? Let me know if you have questions. Good luck. Finish strong, you guys. And remember, those of you who finish your essay, you're going to be put in for a drawing for some prizes. All right, take care.